Caravan Master Odema. The Caravan Master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
I guess I'm going to go into the woods. He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
The whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks.
He said sarcastically.
Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the Caravan Master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over. You know, I really like this, him reading out and me doing the other description.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
Lovely.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
I must admit, this is what I sort of love about games like this, where it Oh, that's pretty cool. Where it drops you in and doesn't actually give you that many details about what's actually going on, but it sort of slowly drip feeds you information through, well, this sort of role-playing element. That's really cool.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Dame looks over his shoulder at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfell who carries an old sun-bleached bow. Sparfell nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Where would I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
Imagine the first death in this game is, oh, you picked the wrong small pink one. That was the size of a thumbnail, not a fingernail. What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
So tell me about like specific options based off my choices, which is cool. Who did build the ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business. And not if the weather holds up.
There is concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beawick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
I remember that from the first one. It's pretty devastating if I remember. I remember that from my previous campaign. If I remember correctly, it's pretty devastating. What are these huge rocks coming up out of the ground?
They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days.
Oh, so it
The
stopped.
soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
I'll go find those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot.
Well,
But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
not helpless tenderfoot. I am kind of the only person sick in the group. He scans over the travellers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armour-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow. Ow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up in her own time.
Needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
One who doesn't make promises?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
He casts a sidelong glance.
Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a beawick, We'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Right, and you can't use WSD to look around, it seems. Can I actually change that? Oh. Give me information up there. Your party always consists of your character and up to 5 additional companions or adventurers. It's quite a big party. While the caravan is camped outside the Glamfarthen ruins, Odema has assigned Callista to help you. Callista's a fighter class that excels at close quarters defense. Use abilities to complement your own. To select a party member, click on their selection circle or their portrait. So that, all that. That corresponds. Oh, or press the number button that corresponds to the position of the party, starting with 1 at the left. So 1 is me, 2 is her. Multiple parties, so just box, so it's just normal stuff. And right click. Oh yeah, and you can change the facing if you hold it. Alright. I do like the sort of the rendering style in this game. The way it's obviously isometric, but it looks really nice. Especially with the way they have like the effects and that running on it, like the mist. I can't seem to zoom out much more than that. Are you the trader? Most people are neutral or friendly. I'm too used to Atom RPG, being able to speak to literally everyone in the world. It has never led us astray. Right, so that's the caravan master. Can I ask anything else of him, actually?
Go on then, before it gets too dark.
Caravana. Ah, head.
Need supplies?
You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles, as covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Who are you?
I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
Might as well try. Or if you think this caravan is prickly, watch out for those axe wielders I mentioned. You now have 1 rank in a disposition reputation. Represent how people perceive your personality through the world. Excellent.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night.
Tell me about the Adir Empire.
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Raed Ceres and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire. A fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
So Raed Ceres and Deerwood, those are the right pronunciations. I do like knowing that. Why'd you move out all the way over here?
Because it seemed friendlier than Raed Ceres? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
Deerwood is a former Adiri colony, so it seemed like a good place to start, and as much as I admire the Raid Ceres work ethic, they've always struck me as a little fanatical. It does seem like you got a shot under the stick. I don't see it that way. Herden begins restacking the crates in his wagon. My brothers and I are all working together for the sake of a family enterprise. Let's see what you got. Stores allow you to trade, blah blah blah. What is that? What is that? A giant miniature space piglet. Well, the appearance appears to be at odds with its endearing behaviour. It follows you dutifully and requires nothing in return save companionship. Nice. Gorn's pledge. It's built to shield the wearer from the myriad perils of the plague. The myriad perils that plague the world of Eora. Okay. So he has some weapons and that, but I've got 100. Is that copper? Yeah, I don't really have any money for that. My companion is loath to share me her money, but she's okay if I buy stuff for her. I'm gonna put that on, and should I? Oh, a little piglet. You do look weird. not sure whether I should have you out or not. I guess it fits if I'm a mage. Scouting mode is used for both stealth and for finding hidden objects. Character selection circles will start to fill with yellow.
Stay quiet.
It's not what I wanted. I wanted the highlight. What's the highlight? Ah, there we go. Tab. So blue items going to be interacted with. I don't know whether they're okay for me to take that, but it's not reading as like locked or anything, so. Another couple of boxes. Might as well loot these whilst I got them. Obviously it's not going to be much in the end.
I suppose it can't be helped.
I do not. I don't know. Difficulty. I don't know what that means. Why is it 0, 3 and... Ah yeah, so I can look at that. These tall glass green pillars appear as if they've sprouted from the earth. The flickering fire sets shadows dancing within.
Not sure how I feel about this.
And there's nothing else over here, is there? No. So I want to explore the area first. Speaking of which, exploration is key in Pillars of Eternity. As you make your way through the Eastern Reach, open the area map to see what parts of the world you've already been to and what's left to explore. I thought he had like a symbol above his head, but it's just the lantern. Sparfall.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
What if it is? I mean, this is a fantasy world. Is that a plant? Oh. I'm not going to loot that just yet. I don't know whether that's the objective. The path winds through a narrow canyon back the way you came. Grooves in the road mark the passage of hundreds of caravans. I hear you.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Oh shit. Right. Pillars of Eternity combat uses a pausable real-time system. Because you will often manage more than one character at a time, it's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders and resume real-time. Alright, so let's see what we got then. So, I guess I will be using... I don't really want to do too much stuff right now in terms of actual spells. So I can only cast these spells so many times a day. Yeah, I've got 2 casts I can use of this. Assault... Arcane Assault's 2 per encounter, so that's fine. Are any of these per encounter? No, it's just per rest on it. Alright, so let's use Arcane Assault on you. I don't know whether that will actually do it on the ground or whether that'll do it on him. Knock down 2 per encounter, so you might as well just try knocking down the wolf.
It's on me.
So it is actually... Yeah. The party member takes damage, they'll start to lose endurance and health. If I remember correctly, when they take like low enough, when those little stars get low enough, they start taking like damage to the health bars, which needs to be regenerated through rest.
Stand together.
Yay!
Not a sound.
I keep pressing Alt. Let's tab for that. Alright, now that doesn't look pink.
I'm here.
Oh shit! That wasn't pink, that was red. Odama says you've had some interesting travels. In the watery parts of the world, I was a mariner. I've lived out on the frontier for a long time. Yeah? How was it you happened to come here? It was too quiet of a life. I was looking for something more. Hazard of a lifestyle, I suppose. You had to expect it was a possibility, no matter how much you didn't want to be that way. Gluska breathes in her surroundings. It's been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Rederick's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You're here to settle like the rest of the lot? Haven't given it much thought. No harm in that. Might as well see the place first. So you must have some other plan in mind for coming this way. Just looking for some adventure, really. You should hook up with an expedition. Some of the bigger towns send regular groups out to unexplored places, as long as you don't mind a little danger. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odama will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Why are you here? Kaliska sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter, it seemed. Worried. But that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Ixmittal. But I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me. So I'm here. We'll see. Odama I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. Tell me about yourself. I got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in the Deerwood, but my parents ended up in Living Lands. Ooh, I've been there. I've got a brother in Raratai and another in Adir. My sister in Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. We'll be looking for your sister then. What can you tell me about the Deerwood? I keep saying Deerwood. The Deerwood. I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The Locusts are feisty, and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People having trouble with birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse. I have to ask my sister about it. Right, let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfield's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him first, slap him around a little. Stream's just a way down. Come on, let's get you water.
I'd be glad to.
I'm not sure whether I just missed some stuff by doing that first, but might as well pick this up now. That did not look pink though. That looked way pinker than that. Right, so let's have a move then. Right, I want to go this way a little bit. See if there's anything further this way. Burned Lady. Interesting name. And further this way. More items by the looks of things. What kind of weapon is she using? Is that a mace or like an... Let's have a look. Is it just a torch? Oh yeah, just a torch. Looks pretty damn big for a torch. Jesus. Decent, a lot of damage with that. Can I climb over that? No. Oh, there is another bridge there. Come on, piggy. It's moving like it's only got 3 legs. That's weird. And a deer. Don't know whether I can actually do anything with it, but... There's bodies in spiderwebs? Corpses cold to the touch and ripe smells waft from it in putrid waves. A dark crust of bloodstain besmirched its simple linen clothing. At least the traveller's girl by the elves. Might as well take it all. I want to loot. I want to read. Can I loot? Oh no. Guess it's only that one that I can loot. That doesn't bode well then. I'm sure we'll probably be going this way a little bit later. So I'm probably just wasting time, but...
Sparfle went hunting. At least you left the water skins. Come on.
Well, let's grab the water skins. You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water whilst Kaliska waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice to look up sharply towards the tree line. Out of the trees emerges Sparfell, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there's a strangeness to his gait, and his stride is wobbly as he moves towards you with laboured breath.
Sparfle, are you all right?
Don't need to read that one. Sparfle's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forwards in a heap. The feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. Oh shit. How many of them?
Ambush.
Just the one? Oh no! Hello? Game? Don't you die on me. Or die on me? I guess that's okay. Oh no, there we go. Right, so you're arranged, you're melee. You are going to target him. Why has the music stopped? And I am going to try to stop this guy. What spells do I have? I've only got 2 spells. Do I really want to use it on these guys? Chill touch. Right, so what have I got? I've got single target spells, thrust of the veils, wizard's double. Not good. Decreasing amounts of shock. That's per encounter, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to attack them, I guess.
What you need?
5 damage. It's a 41% chance to hit. I might as well use my spell. And again. think it's freezing, that's weird. At least he's almost dead. Probably should have just concentrated on the one of them. You're not going to attack him, Calissa? Oh.
I'm here.
Guess it's not necessary. I'm definitely more useful than my bard. I can't really remember too much about the story, though. I can't loot Sparfle. Yeah, I was going to say what was that drop lantern for, but I guess that's it. You know, he was off getting killed. Let's check, see if there's anything else before I do head back. Oh, that is something. Forgot I can use tab to check stuff. Campfire. Footprints around the campfire are indistinct and may have been here for days or longer. So I assume that's the people who died on the other side of the river then, presumably to these guys. Let's fight these Glanfathan renegades then. Don't want to sneak. Don't need to sneak. Fairly sure everyone already knows we're here. Can I go through there? Guess I can't. I need to figure out why this game is freezing so much though. It's like the music's still... Oh, everyone's dead. Okay, are we straight in combat? Oh yeah, auto pause combat start. Right, let's both go and fight him then. I guess I'll take the brunt, seeing as I'm not injured. And I'm going to wait until we know exactly where they are. Oh god. Right, let's use some spells then. Guess it's time to actually use these chill bolts. That hits friendly, so I just want to do it here. The chill fog. I did a decent amount of damage by the looks of things. Is he dead? Yeah, he is completely dead. Right. I'm going to use this on him. I want to eliminate these guys as fast as possible. That's those two taken out. And let us move this way. You have scored a crit. Lovely game, but I don't really need to know too much about that right now. Did I hit them or not? I think it'd be more difficult to use your bow and melee, but apparently not.
At once.
Is that still frosty? Oh no, not really affected. What's that strange? Oh, that's the illness I've got, isn't it? I think. Oh, no. Not entirely sure what the stash is. But I guess I will figure that out.
I'm here.
I'm slowly losing health, but not too much. I do remember this as definitely being easier than when I play my bard or a chanter. Guess we can't go that way, yeah.
Has that fever gotten to your brain? We need to get back to Odema now.
I understand, but you can see they're all dead. Might as well take time to loot.